Hello everyone, it's Simon here from the Golf Studio. Hope you enjoyed last week's Masters, and as you can see we've got the winner of that event, Danny Willett, on the screen, and we're just going to give you a quick overview of Danny's driver swing. As you can see, I've just drawn a couple of lines on here. If we draw your attention to the one on the left, you can see that Danny's slightly quirky in his setup. He's got quite a strong left hand grip there, just to start off with. We'll get rid of that. And then if I start playing his golf swing through, we can see that his initial movement works up and in front of him. I'll show you that from face on. You can see it works up and in front of him because he sets the club very quickly in those wrists. So it's very early wrist hinge, sets the club quite steeply. We'll just move that club into kind of halfway, kind of 3/4 of the way back into the backswing. You can see that that club is setting extremely steeply. But he makes that a little bit better with every frame, keeps on turning his upper body behind him, and the left arm slots into somewhat of a much more neutral kind of position at the top of the backswing. I'll just catch up with the film on the left hand side. Now from here, Danny will slot the club back into a much more of a slightly below playing position where it pierces the right bicep. Here into this position, and then from there what Danny will work on is working the left hip, the left side of his body left, and his left shoulder up and left. I'll just show you that from face on. Left hip has gone, left side of his rib cage and back have moved, and his left shoulder has worked into a higher position than his right. That's to try and obtain a spine angle that is looking away from the target. He's leaning back with his spine through impact. Now he will do this because he will try to achieve an upward angle of approach. He will try to work up the golf ball, and he's perfected this from practice time and lesson time with his coach, probably using a modern day launch monitor like the GC2 that we have here in the studio. These monitors will give extremely accurate data regarding angles of approach in degrees, how far open or closed the club face is, location of the ball's strike on the club face, obviously the club head speed, etc. He will work very closely with his coach to try and perfect this angle of approach. He knows that he's trying to work up the golf ball and with a very square club face, and you can see Danny's impact position with his left hand resembles that of the one that he has at setup. Still see quite a few knuckles on his left hand, and he's going to try and keep that club face working as square and as passively through impact as possible. At this position on the right hand side, so down the line, we can see how square that club face is remaining through the impact area. There is no forearm rotation here. All his rotation has come from his body, and his left side works up. From here he can really accelerate the right side through into a full momentum filled follow through and pose, and a really nice balanced position. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got something from that. If you feel as though you need a little bit of a refresher, a little bit of help on your golf swing, feel free to come and book an appointment into the studio. And likewise, if you have a playing partner that maybe needs a little bit of help, please feel free to pass on our details. And just as a reminder, you'll see our Twitter and Facebook addresses just below this video on the mail out. Please feel free to follow our page and us on Twitter. We look forward to any interaction that you may want to give us with that. And that concludes it. Hope you feel as though you got something from that, and we look forward to seeing you soon in the studio.